What's good, fam? Got all that money though.
That's
We're about to go get some Frosties from the Wendy's, and then we gotta get right back here.
This is how much I make.
I know, bro. She makes so much. What flavors?
Mixed mist.
Twist. Yeah. Can we get 3 twist Frosties? Actually 4. Sorry.
Not a problem.
Yep, that'll be it.
All right, first we know.
Okay. Why'd you put it in there? Thank you.
I'll take that.
All good. What'd you say? You said Dad's handing you the old Dodge? It's highly unlikely. So this is gonna be your truck. Yeah, right. So what we're about to do is a Q&A. It's kind of like a Q&A, mostly just asking her questions. I have you guys on my Snapchat, and I told you guys to send me a bunch of questions. Try to keep them more simple because you guys are sending in like top-end diesel mechanic questions for my sister, and she's not a top-end diesel mechanic, so it makes it a little bit more difficult when you guys send in questions like that are clearly going to be like I don't know types of questions. But I'm definitely going to have some questions for her, and she's going to be trying to answer them to the best of her ability. Those questions that she cannot answer, here's a twist, he's going to try to answer. If he can't answer them, I will try to answer them. See how it goes. What do you like about my truck? Which is this one right over here. What are some things you like about the truck? You like the tires? Anything else you like about the truck?
I like that it's all black.
You like the tires and wheels that they're all black? Anything else? Anything else about the truck? Is that it? Is that the only nice thing about my truck?
Yeah.
Dang it, the weight reduction bumper is not getting it, bro. It's like rusted away. Okay, here's a question from Redneck. And some of these questions, I'm gonna have the user names on them so you know who you are and who asked them. But for a lot of them, I was getting so many notifications on my phone that when I was taking screenshots, there was other people's names popping up on there and everything else, so it was just really making it a pain. Does your sister like fast and loud diesels or slow, quiet diesels? Bro, in other words, like old stock grandpa specials or souped up, modded out. This one's freaking loud.
Yeah.
It's not super fast, but it's faster than it was. Isaac Hickman, ask her, where do you put the gasoline at?
You don't put gasoline here.
Okay, she legit answered that. I did not give her any clues on that. She legit knew that.
If it was not gasoline, diesel, you put it in the thing.
Over on this. Yeah, okay. Trent, would she ever drive them? In other words, referring to the diesels. Actually, she has driven my dad's 2013 KingRanch, and no problem, actually. If you had me on Snapchat, you would have seen the photo that I posted like a week ago. Kyle, what is the size of the tire on the second gen?
No.
If you don't know, how do you figure it out?
Isn't there a little, like, you can tell the size?
There's usually
little numbers and stuff on the
on the tire.
Is that a 35?
Now these are 295 70 R17, so these are 33.4 inch tall tires on 17 by 9 wheels. Evan, which truck does she like more, the first gen or the second gen?
This one.
Okay, she likes this one. How many head gaskets are on a 12 valve?
I don't know what that is.
How many cylinders does a Cummins have?
I don't remember. 6 or 12? 6.
Okay.
6.
Yeah, okay,
I just remember you saying one of those numbers.
No, yeah, it's
12 cylinder?
well, no. She remembers me saying 12 valve. I always say 12 valve Cummins, which I'm kind of surprised you've been paying attention to that. I make a lot of comments about diesel trucks around the house, and she actually caught on to some numbers. Is a Cummins a V6 or an inline 6?
Let me take a guess. V. Inline.
Yes. I was about to say no, but then Noah, does she like the first gen or second gen better? We already said she likes the first gen better. Ask her what she thinks is better, gas or diesel trucks, and why. Or just gas or diesel in general.
Diesel, they have more black smoke. And they're like better, more power.
Anyways, just what's the preference between gas or diesel? Let's just say diesel power is more efficient. Hunter, do you know the difference between a single turbo and a twin turbo and a supercharger? No, that is her short answer, no. Would she daily drive it in terms of a big diesel? Would you daily drive one? Would you daily drive one? Like, would you drive one of these trucks every day?
Well, I'd have to get used to it, obviously, but once I got used to it,
Yeah, she'd probably daily drive. Trenton Harrison, what's an injector?
Injects fuel into the engine.
Well, it injects fuel into the cylinder. I'm pretty darn sure. Is a Cummins fuel injected or carbureted? Fuel injected, yes. What do you think about the 8-inch tip on the first gen?
I didn't know that was on there.
What do you think about it? Do you like it? I think it's pretty sweet.
Oh, what the heck? Dude, look
It's
at this.
freaking sweet.
Stop doing that.
Thomas, do you know how fuel is ignited in a diesel? What was the difference between a gas-powered vehicle and a diesel and how they ignite? Do you remember from the previous Q&A?
Does it have to do with compression?
Yes, it is started with compression. Okay, what is the difference between a diesel and a gas engine?
Similar.
No.
Better thing.
That's the difference.
Diesel's better. That's the difference. Mert, when she get her license, and will she be getting a truck or a car? If a truck, would it be a diesel or a gasser?
I don't know. It depends what I can afford.
Yeah, it depends what she can afford. So probably a gas or Ford. I mean, these trucks, man, the demand is so high right now, bro. Yes, I paid way too much, as everybody says. I paid way too much. $9,000. Way too much, bro. Brody, what does coal rolling mean?
When
Rolling
the
coal.
black smoke is coming out.
Yeah, I guess this is a pretty good answer.
Rolling coal.
Typical diesel question. How many spark plugs do they have?
Idiot. None.
Good, yeah. None. I was hoping you guys remember that from the last one. Mason, how much your tires and wheels cost?
Oh, was it 1,200?
No.
Oh, was it 19?
Not quite. Real close though. Real close.
18.
18. Bro, you said you didn't know, homie.
You said really close.
Yeah, you said it was
Okay, I guess I kind of gave it away. Cootie Green, does a lift kit add more power?
No. No, because doesn't it just make it like
Yeah, it just makes it taller, yeah. Clayton, what would be her dream truck if she had to choose one? What would your dream truck be?
I don't know.
There's new trucks, there's old trucks, lifted, not lifted, big tires, small tires.
I want one that's lifted, not one of those ones that are like right on the ground.
Yeah. Low and slow. We're talking about low and slows right now.
With a little pebble and
Yeah, exactly.
Do
Exactly.
you want a square body, 6-inch lift,
I like the
smokestacks? So square body.
So like I guess like old school, or this is still old school, but like newer style.
Square body.
Not that one.
Square body truck.
Old square bodies.
Yeah.
Square body. This is actually kind of the shape of Dad's new one, more square.
Aren't they trying to? Isn't Ford trying to go back to that?
Well, I mean, they're looking more square, definitely
Yeah,
modern, but they're
somebody said
looking looking more squared. Yeah. What are the things that hold the wheel to the axle?
The bolt.
Wait, first, what is that? The lug nuts?
Bro, she got it. Legit. What happens if you put gas in a diesel engine?
Something bad.
Something bad. Very bad. Do not try it. Do not try it. Preston, ask her the difference between a 12 valve and a 24 valve, and ask her about when do you take the summer air out of your tires to fill it with winter air.
What?
The 24.
You act like this isn't a normal question.
The 24 valve has more valves.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong. It's
Summer
pretty.
and winter. I never heard of no summer.
That's twice as much.
Probably could kill me with this question, bro. Redneck. Does she like Dodge, Ford, or Chevys? And what's her dream truck? Let's just say these. Let's just say these are Dodges.
And then Dad's
Like my old black truck that I had, that was a Chevy. And then Dad's other white one and his other white one that's out there and his black one are both Fords.
She likes this style.
You like this kind, so you just like the old. She likes the old Dodges. I don't know. She just loves the old Dodges. Ask them where the batteries are. Thighs pop hood on the first gen. Bro, you gotta know where the batteries are. What if you need to get your truck jumped?
Let me get a look. Hey, I didn't.
Bro, that was not for her, bro. That was not. I mean, that was not for you.
I was skimming across.
It's not right here.
I see it now.
I see it now.
What is the worst Ford diesel motor ever made? I'm just gonna go through the numbers and you can just take a pick, okay? 7.3 Powerstroke. You've got the 6.0, the 6.4, and the 6.7. Which was the worst? Which one? 6.4, you said? What do you think? 7.3s are freaking awesome.
I know.
Everybody
I
loves
have no
it.
idea
I
because
don't
they
even know
still.
what they are.
I was gonna say everybody always talks about 6.
Okay.
6.0.
So okay, just take a random pick since you don't know. 7.3,
Not that one.
6.0, 6.4, or 6.7. Let's just say Dad owns a 7.3 and a 6.7, and they're both freaking awesome trucks. 6.0 or 6.4?
6.0.
6.0.
6.4.
Brody, he says 6.4. She says 6.0. I would have to go with 6.4.
I didn't want to copy him.
Well, see, I've heard a lot of terrible things about 6.0s, but I've also heard way worse things about 6.4s. And there's people who are going to argue that every direction. But I know that people who take, like, let's say the 05 to 07 6.0s, and they bulletproof them and they make them their own, and they're, you know, delete everything and they're awesome. Those trucks can actually be powerhouses and pretty reliable for the most part. And some guys even claim that they're the best diesel motor that they've ever owned after they do all that work. But they can be very expensive. However, the 6.4s, I've heard a lot of people say they're basically 150,000 mile, give or take, throwaway engines. Once they break something or blow up, I mean, they're done. Like, you can't get anything out of them. You can't rebuild them. That's just what I've heard. So please don't slam me too bad on that, but that's just what I've heard. Here's another one. Does a diesel truck get better fuel mileage than a big gas truck? What gets better fuel mileage, diesel or gas? Gas. No, why?
No.
You're being one of those people that's on YouTube trolling everybody saying diesel trucks are killing the world because they're terrible in fuel mileage and stuff, bro.
Never even heard any of that.
Diesel trucks are almost 2 times more efficient. Like, let's say you had this truck with these big tires driving around with the 12-valve Cummins motor in it, or an old, let's just even give 318 as an option because that would have been a motor for this truck. The 318s are probably going to get just about half the fuel mileage of this truck. So, diesel's generally better than gas. More to maintain if something goes wrong, but generally better. Keith, is Loud's truck a 12-valve or 24-valve? Loud is me. Is my truck a 12-valve or 24-valve?
Let's go with 12.
Correct. Winner. Owen, what brand intake is on the first gen? Right here.
The what?
What brand intake is that? Guys, man.
What's the what?
This thing, this red thing right here.
No, that's
No,
the
the
turbo. I don't.
That's a whole set turbo. I'm talking about the intake, bro.
I don't know. It's red.
It's red. Guys, do you know?
I have no clue.
Bro, we've been talking about this forever. Come here.
Pusher.
Pusher cold air intake. Wheelie bars, whoever that is. If she got to choose the color of my truck, what would you have chosen? My truck. If you could have chose my truck in any color, what would you have got? Black. You like black?
They look cool.
Black looks really nice, but it gets so dirty. They look so dirty. Like, I just washed my truck for the first time since I got it, and even dirty to clean, it really didn't look a lot different, but I knew it was dirty, but it's just hard to see. How do you know you're putting diesel in the truck at the fuel station?
You get the one that says diesel.
You get the one that says diesel. Okay, that's pretty obvious. Jared, what do you like more about the first gen than the second gen? Or the other way around?
Everything.
What do you like about this truck more than that truck? Let's just say the motors are pretty doggone similar. You like the style?
Yeah, I like
Just boxy. Under the hood is pretty open. There's not really a lot under there. Just, it looks so freaking clean. Look how clean that looks.
I
Holy
like
crap.
how the seats are in the back.
Like how the seats are in the back. So you get, this truck's got little jump seats that fold down on the back, so it's pretty cool. That is actually the last question that we have. I'm gonna check my Snapchat really quick here. What is your snap? Not handing that out to you guys. Would she rather own your 12-valve or the 7.3, which is my truck or Dad's white truck out there? Well, he's got 2 white trucks, but that white truck.
Oh, his old one, I think?
Yeah,
His older, newer one.
Ford
Yeah.
white one.
My truck or his truck?
Yeah, this one.
She'd rather own mine?
Yeah.
Okay, it's good. How many tires are on the Cummins? 4.
What if you get a dually?
Another question: is the Cummins secretly a moose? Let me give it. Look, let me help you.
Moose.
Flip it up, bro. Moose power.
What is that?
That's for moose season, so you can drive around and trick people into thinking you're a moose.
No.
But it's a
This is
white
the
moose.
Ram.
Well, yeah, it's a Ram. I mean, that's what they call the new ones. People don't like it when you refer to these as Dodges, bro. It's a Ram. Get it right, homie. It's not a Dodge. It's a Ram.
It looks like a Ram.
Well, it's a Dodge. It's a Dodge Ram. Guys, yes, it has moose power, and moose power adds horsepower, and horsepower just makes everybody happy. If it broke off an antler, what if it, bro, it shed one side. Nobody wants a moose that shed one side. Go,
You can drive it around like that. See
bro,
how much
go
they-
close the other side now. You gonna close it? Put some power into that. And you gotta slam that hood. Got it. Perfect. That was really loud. You actually probably slammed that too hard. But it's all good. Thank you guys so much for sending in questions to the Q&A. This Q&A is going to be way too freaking long. I hope you guys enjoyed it though. If you did, definitely leave a like on the video. Definitely leave a comment below on what your thoughts were. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
The hills, living real, doing what I love, going day to day. But I know it takes time and I'm patiently waiting. Sometimes I contemplate. play, cause one day you feel so close and the next is out of sight. But I know I gotta hold on tighter, go back to just going out every night. Like if I'm about to let it go now, I can live alright, live a normal life, doing 9 to 5. But I know I'm more than that, I gained this skill, wasn't born with that. At the end of the life, it's a memory, and I wanna know how to remember